Hello and welcome to 7 Days. I'm Zack Yusof here with a quick recap of some of the more fascinating stories from the last 7 days. At the top of the show, Barack Obama, who will be making the first US presidential trip to the Caribbean nation of Cuba since 1928 next month as part of the ongoing normalization process between the US and Cuba. Now, during the trip, which will take place on the 21st and 22nd of March, Obama will meet Cuban President Raul Castro, entrepreneurs, as well as people from different walks of life. President Obama will also meet with dissidents. Now, Obama's visit carries huge symbolic value and prestige as his administration takes steps to expand commerce with the island nation located only 90 miles from Florida. Obama's visit will come shortly after the one-year mark since the normalization process began back in December 2014. Now, since then, respective embassies have reopened, marking the restoration of diplomatic ties. Figures as prominent as the U.S. Secretary of State have already visited Cuba, and the country's leaders, Raul Castro and Barack Obama, have met a number of times, and some U.S. travel, trade, and investment restrictions have been lifted. Now, discussions have also begun regarding the thorniest issue facing the two countries, that is the settling of claims from the Cubans whose property was nationalized, as well as for reparations as a result of the embargo. I tell you what, good stuff, the USA and Cuba. Keep up the good relations. Okay, coming up next, U.S. Republican presidential candidate, the man with the big pompadour hairstyle, yes indeed, talking about Donald Trump. Now, the real estate developer and reality TV star has responded to Pope Francis's comment that the billionaire's views are not Christian due to his positions on immigration by claiming that the Pope will wish and pray that Trump were president if and when the Vatican is attacked by Islamic State. Now, the longtime Republican Party frontrunner in national opinion polls has been at the center of several controversies of late, including one over his vow as president to build a wall between the United States and Mexico to keep out illegal immigrants. Donald Trump, the gift that simply keeps on giving to journalists worldwide. Moving along, Toyota Motor is recalling nearly 3 million vehicles globally because of faulty seatbelts. The company said their seatbelts could be damaged if they come in contact with a metal seat cushion frame in the event of a crash. Now, a majority of the recalls, more than 1 million in actual fact, are in North America, followed by Europe, China, in Japan, and other regions. In an email, the world's biggest selling automaker said that the global recall involved its RAV4 SUV model, produced between July 2005 and August 2014 and sold worldwide, along with its Vanguard SUV model, produced between October 2005 and January 2016 and sold in Japan. Now, this recall is the latest in a wave of safety issues that have led to various recalls for the Japanese automaker, including defective Takata airbags, which led to at least 10 deaths over in the US and a recall of over 30 million vehicles worldwide. Up next, Filipino boxing icon Manny Pacquiao, who said on Thursday that he respected Nike's decision to end its contract with him following his controversial statement calling gays worse than animals. Nike Inc., the world's largest sportswear maker, said in a statement on Thursday that it had ended its contract with Pacquiao, calling the boxer's comments abhorrent. The boxer, they nicknamed the Pac-Man, said that he was now looking at other brands to sponsor his clothing. Pacquiao, revered in the Philippines for winning world boxing titles in 8 different weight classes during his fantastic 20-year career, made his comments about same-sex marriage, which he opposes, during a 30-second interview on local television. Nike's decision comes a day after an online petition was launched urging the company to stop Pacquiao endorsing its products. The petition on change.org has garnered more than 3,000 signatures thus far. Now, Pacquiao apologized on Tuesday in a video message on Twitter, though saying he's still opposed same-sex marriage. Now, this is not the first time Pacquiao, a sitting two-term congressman, has earned the ire of the lesbian, gay, bisexual and transgender community for his comments on same-sex marriage. He also apologized for similar remarks back in 2012. Now, same-sex marriage is not allowed over in the Philippines, where more than 80% of the 100 million population is Roman Catholic. Coming up next, Apple, who officially launched its much-anticipated Apple Pay service in China on Thursday in a partnership with China UnionPay that could escalate the country's mobile payment race. China is the fifth country where the service has been launched after the United States, Britain, Canada and Australia. McDonald's said on Thursday that it will accept the wireless payment in 1,700 of its restaurants over in China. Apple also lists Lane Crawford, Carrefour, 7-Eleven, Burger King and KFC amongst the merchants already accepting in-store Apple Pay in China. Now, the customers of 19 Chinese banks will be able to link their bank accounts to Apple Pay, and UnionPay has provided compatible point-of-sale terminals for users to complete the transactions. Several Chinese internet firms also began accepting Apple Pay, making the service available alongside Alibaba's Alipay and Tencent's Tenpay. More online and offline retailers are indeed going to accept the new payment service, chief amongst them being JD.com, Alibaba's arch rival in e-commerce. China's third-party mobile payment market was valued at 16.36 trillion yuan back in 2015, according to research firm Analysis. Last year, 620 million people in China, or 90.1% of the nation's internet users, use a smart device to go online, according to the China Internet Network Information Center. Now, the potential market for Apple Pay is huge, as 358 million people used mobile payment services last year, according to CINNIC data. And finally, a massive shout out to Pulau Penang football ace Faiz Subri, who has put himself in the running for this year's FIFA Puskás Award for Goal of the Year with his wonder strike for the Islanders in their Super League match against Pahang on Tuesday. Now, Faiz's outrageous free kick was reminiscent of that scored by Brazilian Roberto Carlos back in 1998 against France, with plenty of gravity-defying spin put on the ball, and the goal was subsequently shared by thousands of footy fans around the world. News outlets from around the world, including the Sydney Morning Herald, Bleacher Report and The Independent, have also highlighted the goal. Now, in the wake of footage of the goal becoming a massive hit with footy fans and netizens, the Penang Football Association have wisely decided to capitalize on the wonder goal scored by Faiz by auctioning off the full set of football gear worn by the striker during the match next week, with bidding starting at 100,000 ringgit. Now, the objective of the auction is to raise funds for football development, to groom future talents, focusing on under-16 junior players. On Friday, the striker also received a 10,000 ringgit check from the Penang state government for bringing fame and glory to the state and Malaysia. The reward was handed over to Faiz by Penang Chief Minister Lim Guan Eng at its office in Komta. I tell you what, good on you, Faiz. Keep bending that ball just like Beckham. So until next time, have a great week.